Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Today we will learn how to represent the data in graph using the Matplotlib package. Matplotlib is one of the most popular Python package used for the data visualization. Matplotlib is written in Python and make use of the NumPy. PyPlot is the most important function in the Matplotlib library which is used to plot the data. So we are going to show you the how to represent the data in a graph. For this I have opened this Jupyter notebook and I will show you how the code will run and plot the data in graph. So here first of all I am imported the Matplotlib package. I am calling this function pyplot and I am realizing this with a PLT. Okay. So now what I am doing, I am calling this plot function where I am passing the list of elements. Like if I want to plot the graph for the 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So in order to show you the graph, I have already run this code. So here this denotes the y coordinate. This 1, 2, 3, 4. As x coordinate is not given, what do you think like x coordinate will be? It is like the index of the y coordinate. So here the index is 0, 1, 2, 3. That means point coordinate will be 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4. Same way this coordinate point has been you can see here 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4. With this that the line has been plotted here. This y label function is called in order to label the y-axis. You can give any name here to label this y-axis. Same way x label also. And x tick is used to divide the x-axis into how many numbers. Like if you want to divide this axis with this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can divide it by using this function x tick. Same way for the y ticks also. And grid is used to form the grid in the graph so that the graph you can see visualize it very easily. And this function is called to plot to show this plotting. So again I will run and you can see this graph has been plotted here. Okay, coming to next code. Here what I am doing, I am giving this I'm calling this plot function. I am giving the tool list. That means this is the x coordinate. Okay, and this is y coordinate. That means the point coordinate will be 0, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9 and 4, 16. Same way grid function called and so function is called. If you run this, you can see here the 0, 0 for 1, 0, 1. Same way you have given the next point is 2, 2, 4. Okay, 2 and 4. With this, all this point they have plotted this line. So by default, the graph will be a line and the color for that graph will be blue. If you're not giving and you're not mentioning any color, if you're not mentioning any line or what you want, they will take as a line and a blue color. So now coming to next, here what is you're doing? You're giving the x coordinates and y coordinates, and here you're mentioning the color. That means this B represent the color and dash represent the line. B means blue, this is line, this is line. And you're giving the axis, you're calling this function axis where this represent the x minimum, x maximum, y minimum and y max. Okay, so in this graph the x-axis will be start from 0 to 6 and y 0 to 20. Okay, so as you're given blue line you are asked here. Now if you want to change it, like you want a yellow color with a dot, with a dot graph. So if you run this, so yellow color with a dot point has been displayed here. This is graph. Okay, now coming to next one. Yeah, now what I am doing, I have created an NumPy array and stored in the t variable. Okay, this is a list I have given here and stored here. Now axis I have given x minimum and x max and y minimum and y max. And plotting the tree graph, you can see here this is the x coordinate given as a list of array, Okay, array. This I have given the y coordinate, and this is a color. That means this is red color, and zero denote O denote the dot symbol in the graph. Again, this is the second graph with a x coordinate t and y coordinate as a square of the t, and this represents the color, that is blue color. S means a squared plotting. Again, another, it is the third one is the t x coordinate. This is the cube of the t, and g represent the green, and this represent the triangular shape. Okay, now if you draw this, so you can see this three plotting has been done here. Okay, now coming to the next one. Now, what do you have in the data.csv file? Okay, for that I will go to the data.csv file, where I have created a table here with x, y, and z column, where x have the x coordinate, y have the y coordinate, and z means I have given some value to this coordinate. That means z value is 0, or otherwise it is 1. So now if we want that this 2 point, the points which are having the value of 0, z value is 0, I want to separate it with the value, with a point having the value of 1. So what with that, what I can do, I can plot a graph which has the coordinate, which has the value of z equal to 0, have the to display as a color, different color, and the point which has the value of z1 should display with a different color. This way we can distinguish the points. Okay, so the motive here is to draw the plot, to plot the graph where the points which have the value of z equal to 0 should be of different color, and the point which have the value of z equal to 1 should have of the different color. Now here what I am doing, I'm loading this CSV file by using the DCSV function. I'm creating a numpy array where I'm calling this, I'm passing this column, x column, from this table, df table. Df store the table of the CSV file. Now, the same way, this numpy array has been created for the y column. So here again I'm creating a numpy array of just storing in the colors, where what I'm doing, I'm passing the condition here. If the element of the z column has a value equal to 1, then that color should be of blue color and dot symbol. Otherwise, okay, say else it is R0. That means red color, red dot symbol should be placed in the colors array. Okay, now I'm creating a loop here which ranges from 0 to length of the x. S means in this array how many elements are there, we can find out by length x until the -1. Okay, so here I am plotting the graph for each of the coordinate. So x0, first x0 will come, y0 will come, then color 0. Okay, so this way this plotting will be done, and at last after this loop I have I'm calling this so function. Now if you see this has been plotted here. This means the blue color dot has the value of z equal to 1, and red color dot has the value of z equal to 0. Okay, so this code I have implemented by myself, and the same thing you can do this by using the scatter function. Okay, so here I have loaded, and same way colors array has been created. Now figure function has been called here. Okay, where I am, what I am doing, add subplot. I am adding one subplot here with this number of rows. This is, we know the number of rows, first one. This is number of column, and this is the index. Anyway, I will discuss this add subplot and figure function later in this section. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm storing this add subplot in the AX variable, and I'm calling this scatter function, where I'm passing the parameter of the parameter column of the x column, y column, and I'm giving the color for that. Okay, this scatter function do the same thing what I have done here. That means the same loop what I am plotting this one by one. I am plotting one point in the graph. The scattered functions do the same thing without using any loop here, and then this will be show the plot. Now you do this, so the same graph has been plotted here also. Okay. Now coming to this one, okay, if you want to plot the graph which has the which is of the y equation you have in the terms of the x, so how can you draw this? So first of all, this linspace what it does, it gives the interval of the x-axis from 0 to 5, and this is the how many points has been um, plotted here in this graph. With how many points the graph has been plotted. So 10 evenly spaced point has been taken here. Okay. Now I am plotting the graph with the x and y, where y value is 2x plus 1, and this is the color and dot symbol, and label also I am giving this. The label is important in the graph. If you have a more than one graph in the same plot, so what will happen? You cannot distinguish two graphs. So for that, two graph we are drawing the different color and we are labeling the graph. Okay. So you can also give the title by calling this function. You can give the x label, x, y label, where also you can give the color for this x label. The same is a black color. Okay. Now legend means where do you want this label to be displayed in the graph? You're giving the position for that. Upper left, you can get upper right, top, bottom, left, and some anything else. This is great, and this is so. So if you see the graph, so this label has been displayed at upper left, and this 10 evenly spaced point has been taken here and plotted the graph. Okay. So from 0 to 5, I have already told you here. So interval is 0 to 5 and 10 evenly spaced point. Okay. And I have given this XY color as a black, so this I have taken as black color. Now for you, I've given this color denotation, like this B means a blue color, same way G green color, and others also. Okay. Now, what do you mean by the subplot? I will describe all this subplot in this one code. So here, what I am doing. Okay, first of all, I will let you know. Let me comment this. Comment all this one and comment this one. Yeah. So here, what I'm doing, I'm calling this subplot function. Okay, where I'm passing the number of rows, number of column, and index. This number of rows means a number of rows here I have given 1, and number of column I have given 2, and index I have given here 2. Okay, so I will tell you more about this subplot here. So linspace means it is interval from -5 to 5. Now, yeah, subplot I have placed in this variable. Now with this variable I am calling this function spines. So what does this do? First of all, I will show you the graph. So forget about this graph, as this graph is about this one. So as we are doing this first one graph, so this one we will see this graph. Okay. So this plotting has been done like this. Okay. So if you remove this one, what will happen to this code? This will be this line. This graph will be from -5 to 5, and here from -15 to infinity, whatever it is. So this has been left and bottom graph has been plotted. Now, if you want this graph should be positioned at the center, so for that I am doing the left spine, left hand side of the graph should be position centered, and bottom should also be positioned at the center. So if I do this, it will be positioned at the center. Okay, axis will be positioned at the center. Now, What do you mean by this? First of all, I will comment on this. We need to understand more about this. So what happened here? This line is being displayed, but this is not looking a good one. So as you can see before, you have seen the plotting. The all four border has been created. Same way, what here it is showing. This border has been just still showing, and this border is not there because this left border they are taking as this one, and bottom border they are taking as this one. So in order to remove this two border, so what I am doing, I am setting the color for the right of the border as none, and same way for the top border to as a none. So this has been removed here. Now what I'm doing, I'm plotting the graph for the x, y, or the equation is 2x plus 1 with a red line. Okay, I'm labeling this. Okay, same way another plot I am doing here with this equation, and dash dot line has been created. Red, green line has been displayed. I'm plotting that. Same way another equation with a dot dot blue line. Same way another plotting I have done with a dash dash magenta color line. So you can see here, these four lines I have created and labeling I have done so that to distinguish two graphs. So now this I have given as a upper left corner. Okay, you have understood it. Now coming to next graph. Now this is the next graph. Here is a plot 1 to 1. Number of rows. This one is number of rows. This is the row. Number of column is 2. That means this is the 2 column. Okay, and index is 1. That means first graph will be plotted here, this one. Okay, and second, here I have given the second index. That means second graph will be this one. Now if I give here 2 1, that means number of row I am giving as a 2 and only one column. So what will happen here? So the 2 row has been created and one column. First thing here, the first this is the index. So first this graph will be plotted, and then second this graph will be plotted. Okay, so I will undo this. Okay, so same we have plotted this graph only to show you how this subplot function will work here. Okay, now coming to the next part, one more thing I have left here. Yeah, now if you want to increase the size of the graph, so you can do by this increasing the size of the figure. For that you have to use the function figure. So what I will do here, I will remove this one plot dot subplot, and I will implement this. Where this function I will call, and I will store in the figure variable, and with this fig variable I will call this function add subplot. We are using the only subplot. Here this function name is the method name is add subplot. And same here, number of row, number of column, and index are given here. The same way what I do is comment and this. Okay. So here what by this you can give the size of the graph size has been increased. You can see here. Okay. Now coming to this histogram. So if you want to plot the histogram graph, so what I am doing here, okay, I'm creating numpy array with a list of the element. You want this element to be graphed in a histogram. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm calling this list function and passing this array, and beans equal to 5 means 5 equal groups will be displayed in the histogram. Okay. And title of the graph I'm giving as this. Let's take the, I already told you, x-axis will be divided. Same way x label and next y label. If you run this, you can see this histogram has been created with 5 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 group. Okay, and this is the x-axis how it is divided here. So now this number has been divided here. Like how many are there with the from 5 to 20? If you count here 5 to 20, how many numbers are there? This will display here the number of students. Okay, okay. How much this marks has got? How much marks they have this from 0 to 20? How many students has got? You can display in this histogram. Okay. Now coming to this graph, now pie chart. Here what I am giving here, we are passing the figure function with this figure variable. You are calling this add access. This represent the left position, how much left it is, how much bottom it will be. This is the width and this is the height. Okay. Now you are passing your this giving the list of the languages and the list of the student. How many students are studying this language? And you are drawing this pie chart, giving the student list and labels equal to this language label you are giving, and you this means you are finding order proportionate percentage of this student, how many students, how many percent of student is studying this C language. Okay, so if you run this graph will be plotted here with the percentile of the student and the labeling they have done. Now if you want to increase the size, width and the height, so you can do this by changing the width and height. So this width and height has been changed here. Okay. Now, if in the above we have seen the 2D plotting. Now, if you want to do the plotting for the 3D, so for that what we'll do, we'll call this figure function, and we will we'll call the function as x, and do passing this projection for the 3D. You are creating the numpy array of the x coordinate and numpy array of the y coordinate, and z coordinate will be the I'm giving as a sum of the x and y. Now what I am doing here, I'm calling the plot 3D function where I'm giving the x, y, z coordinates and saying as the plot this graph with the red color, and also giving the title and x label and y label. Now see this graph. This has been represented in the 3D. Okay. So you have studied in this class how to plot the graph in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So that's all for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video.